Alright my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today I want to show you guys something, okay? So we are on the 5070 Ti and we're just going to take a look at a few games. This video might be a little bit longer. I don't want to cut anything out. I just want you guys to be able to kind of see what I'm going through and like or some of the stuff that like happens. This seems to happen to me when I play, you know, a lot of these games that I like to play. So right now, look, we're moving the camera. This nice and smooth. Feels absolutely smooth. Like no issues whatsoever. It just feels smooth. The camera panning it feels absolutely incredible on this game. Really well optimized game for the 5070 Ti. Don't have any issues with this one. Nice flat frame time, no hitching, none of that. Like nothing that I can perceive just out of the ordinary or anything like that. Like this just feels like a very well optimized experience for the 5070 Ti. Love playing this game on the 5070 Ti. Absolutely incredible. No issues whatsoever. Everything just looks and feels insanely good to play this on the 5070 Ti. So let's get out of this one so that we're not taking up a whole lot of your time. And then let's go ahead and do Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I really hope this thing didn't reset my freaking... Why does it keep doing that? So I guess it's gonna insist that I start it over on my wide screen. It likes to do whatever it wants to do. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. We can probably show you over here on this one too. And so this one is going to be Assassin's Creed. How much you guys want to bet that I got to get in here and reselect my settings? I've got to go back over to, let's just see, options. Okay. Oh no, good job. Good job this time for not making me reselect my settings. It did take me back to this screen, but I mean, it's fine. I like to play my ultra wide games over here. As well as on my other screen. Now this game right here, you get this gosh dang micro freaking stutter. Not smooth at all. Just a stuttering mess when you're turning the camera. Now when you're running straight, I mean, you can play it like running straight, whatever. I mean, obviously you still see the freaking micro judder or stutter or whatever it's called. You know. But then once I get to a spot to where I can, you start getting that gosh dang micro stutter again. And it just bounces the screen and it looks freaking, it's not smooth. and it's like this constant little, just the way it stutters when you're turning the camera. See it like hitching and stuttering and getting, you see, I mean, you can see that freaking frame time graph right there. Let's get you a little closer to that. You just start seeing that thing going bananas. Like it I like to play these games a lot, and I sit in there and I spin my camera and stuff all the time, and it just gets freaking annoying. You just get these big old freaking stutters on here. Whoa, doggy. Yeah, can't fight anything over here. I'm not high enough level. They one-shot me. Don't fight the puppies. They are mean to you. So, another game. Let's show you guys another one. And basically this video is, I want like your guys' opinion if this is something that happens to you guys quite often or not. So let's go over here to Steam now. Rise of the Roni. I think I have this one set on the 4K screen, yeah. So we'll get you back over here to look at this one. I was up till probably like 1:30 last night, like just irritated with this. Because like all these open world games that I like to play, there's always some gosh dang micro stutter in like all of them. And I know what you guys are gonna say. Well, that's a new game, Frog. It needs patches and stuff. And I'm just like, my gosh, man, just how bad some of these games just stutter like this when you're turning the camera. And I bring this up is because, you know, like when I'm on the AMD card, like, I mean, I'm not saying that they don't stutter, but I mean, I get this so much more frequently on Nvidia GPUs. And it's been that way ever since I first started gaming on PC, because I started with that and I just noticed this. Like, this is something that, like, obviously had I never not, you know, switched or whatever, I probably would have gotten used to it by now. I probably would have just been like, whatever. I mean, I can still play the game. I can still engage in combat, all of that stuff. You know, like I can, you know, I can do like all of that type of stuff. Let's show you guys like just some combat. Let's see. Oh yeah, let's see if these guys are gonna teach me a lesson. Thought you were teaching me a lesson, Bubby. Where's my lesson? Where's my lesson, buddy? Come on, get over here. Give me my lesson. Where's my lesson? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. But you see, that freaking stuttering, guys. Like, I get this so often in these games. Oh, come on. Are you really? Ha! Ha! I get this so often in these games, you know. That's just a couple. Let me get this back over here just for a minute. But I get that so often in these games on the Nvidia side. And what I'm trying to say is, it's probably something that I would have gotten used to by now had I never switched over to AMD and like started playing that. But I've noticed that there's quite a discrepancy in terms of, is that game still running? Oh yeah, still runs. You can't just quit game. You gotta like actually quit game. Let's just stop it this way. But there's just usually, I think that's like one of the things is like, I get this micro stutter in the Nvidia games. And so when I'm on the AMD card and I don't perceive that, you know, as much or at all really on some of these open world games and stuff, that I'm just like, I'll just be in there and I'll be like, wow, this is just so smooth. It's so much better to play. It just feels incredible. But then when I'm on the Nvidia, like that sticks out so much. Like it sticks out so much that I'm just like, oh my gosh, man, this. So let me know, basically. This isn't to complain. Obviously there's games that absolutely, like I started the video off, run perfect on here. So I know it's not, so I know it's possible for games to all run smooth on the Nvidia side, but why is it that, how do I fix that? How do I fix that? Because it's annoying. It's annoying, especially when I'm on AMD and I don't have it over there. How do I fix that? How do I make that go away? I noticed that if you're on Steam and you're reading reviews and stuff, you're always hearing about how games are just trash, and it's annoying. Like the Rise of the Ronin stutters on both of them right now. If you want better visual quality right now, you probably want to go with the Nvidia side. The AMD side on that game is yeah, I don't know what's going on over there, but it definitely looks better on the Nvidia card right now, especially with DLSS and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like the stuttering is just so bad on that micro stutter is so bad that it's like Rise of the Ronin. Okay, do I play it with less stuttering, but not as good image quality? Or do I play it on Nvidia with better image quality, but far more stuttering? I don't know. It sucks. It sucks. I just want a smoother experience. You know, if you're paying $1,000, $939 for a 5070 Ti, $1,000 for GPU, you would think that like it would stutter less, or it wouldn't have these issues, these persistent issues, and it's not even consistent. It's not even consistent. Like games will stutter freakishly on the Nvidia card and they'll be fine on the AMD card. Games will, you know, it's so annoying when it comes to PC gaming that I think that's why I push back so much, is because like, look, neither one of these things are absolutely perfect. Neither one of them are going to deliver a perfect experience. I find so much of this stuttering and annoying stuff on the Nvidia side. I buy a lot of games. I play a lot of games. Okay, like I understand that like your experience might be great. You might be that lucky one out there in the world that literally buys every game they buy is perfect. It runs great, or you just couldn't wait long enough, or you noticed immediately and got your refund on Steam within the 2 hours. I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? Like I get it. It's easy to turn a blind eye when every game that you would have played, you buy on Steam and you play it for an hour or so and it just doesn't run right. So you just automatically refund it and then you forget about it. It's out of your mind, and all the games you got don't stutter. They're perfect. They run great. I get it. Okay. Like we all have that selective bias that we can 100% mitigate, but but there's games out there that I love and I'm going to buy no matter what. And like I said, I got an Nvidia build, I've got an AMD build. If it runs better on Nvidia, I'm going to play it on Nvidia. If it runs better on AMD, I'm going to play it on AMD. And you know, that's just where I'm at. That's where I'm at with PC gaming. I've had to deal with so many fanboys, you know, and craziness on this channel since I've started it, that it's crazy, you know, because I'd seen some of this stuff on the Nvidia side when I first started. And then when I got the AMD card, I was like, whoa, man, this is way better. There's not as much of it. And then, you know, I got hyper, you know, about it. You know, I was like, yeah, the AMD is incredible, you know, because like I was noticing less of that issue. And yeah, I don't know, man. Like I've just dealt with so much of it that it's like, look, I'm just going to have both. Every new game that I buy, I'm going to download to both. Wherever it plays better, that's where I'm going to play the game. And it's simple. It's simple. There's no more like weird fanboyness. But I do prefer the AMD build 100%, just because the Adrenalin software and all the other features, so much easier to do what I want to do and like record my footage and like, well, all my editing software is on the AMD build. I mean, I guess I could buy it for the Nvidia too, but it's just already there, and it's already works well. I'm really familiar with the AMD experience, so it's like I do prefer to play on AMD. I absolutely prefer to play on AMD, but I can easily play on Nvidia just the same. Both of these systems are pretty freaking equal. I actually was sitting here last night on the AMD build, and I was doing like some undervolting and all of that kind of stuff, just playing around with things, you know, to kind of see. I would go and I'd undervolt or, you know, switch some stuff up, and I was playing around on Port Royal, doing like benchmark runs after each one. And I literally got my freaking 9070 XT. I got my top score for the 5070 Ti, and my top score like literally of like 0.5%. 0.5% on those. They're like literally even. So it's like I feel good about both of these cards. Like I do. The Nvidia one being a little bit more expensive than obviously, you know, the AMD cards is, you know, I guess with the way market works right now, whatever, if that's your thing, you know, buy the Nvidia card. And, you know, honestly though, my undervolt on my 9070 XT to get it within, I mean, to actually have it beating the 5070 Ti by like 0.5% is 100. Just 100 millivolts off. Took 100 millivolts off, undervolted a little bit. Everything else was set back to stock, and I'm running my fans at 70% across the board, just right there. They only go to 70%, and that keeps everything warm. That's because I did hear that, and I'm gonna make a whole video about this later. A lot of people were coming to me in the comment section being like, "Hey Frog, are you getting like this weird sound with the fans?" And I heard it last night. It like ramped up real high, and I could hear like the screech sound, and I was like, wait a minute. So obviously my card's signed by Lisa Su, so I'm like, okay, I better take this seriously. I better get in there and figure out the fan thing. So yeah, it looks like the AORUS cards do have something going on with them bearings. Like I could hear it, like it sounded like a high pitched like I've heard a lot of bearings go out before, and those bearings, when you got this thing ramped up to maximum freaking speed, you don't need them that high. 70%, just knock it down and you won't hear that sound anymore. But I'm going to keep an eye on it for sure. If I keep hearing it, or if it gets worse or anything like that, then we'll definitely be like letting AORUS know that their factory fan set is way too high. It does not need to be that ridiculous. It was loud too. So I was like, what the freak? Why isn't it a jet engine? And I was playing with the fans, and I got it all the way down to like, I put it all the way, I started at like 20, and that was, you know, getting my hot spots up to about 90. So I was like, whoo boy. So I went to 30, and then I kind of just was like 70 feels pretty good. Like it keeps it nice and cool. I'm able to get that slight little overclock. The only reason I went past 50 is to get that overclock. So I was like, all right, cool. So, all right, my friends, if you guys like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.